Hello, I'm Jasmine Hunter, Senior Clinical and Regulatory Affairs Consultant at QServe, and I'm here for today's Fact Friday. The question is, if you can certify legacy Class 3 devices under the MDR without doing a clinical investigation. And the short answer is yes, you can, but there are quite a few things to be mindful of, and I'll go over them in this blog. The first step in preparing for certification under the MDR is to take a look at your clinical evaluation that was certified under the MDD. MDCG 2020-6 guidance specifically states that there should be no clinical data gaps in MDR applications. PMCF should have been done under the MDD. Another common gap is that not all performance and safety claims from the website, brochures, IFU, and from the CER itself are accounted for. And in addition, they typically don't have measurable endpoints and acceptance criteria. These are all essential to establishing sufficient clinical evidence. You should also establish a clinical benefit, which was not required under the MDD, but is now required under the MDR. And again, you want a measurable endpoint and acceptance criteria for the clinical benefit, the positive impact to the patient that stems from the intended purpose of the device. Acceptable forms of clinical data for Class 3 devices that are not considered well-established technologies are clinical investigations, device registry searches, and high-quality surveys. Keep in mind, unlike the MDD, you cannot rely solely on complaints and vigilance for the MDR. Be sure to do a thorough state-of-the-art analysis on similar devices and alternate treatments to accurately demonstrate where your device sits in the global treatment portfolio in terms of the benefit risk. To do this, use clinical guidelines and publish clinical investigation data on similar and alternative treatments as necessary to help you establish a benefit risk profile for each case. And for proactive collection of clinical data, which is also required under the MDR, instead of clinical investigations, you can look at device registries and high-quality surveys, depending on the type of data that you need to collect. Keep in mind the amount of time that's required. Device registry searches may be faster than clinical investigations, but they still require a principal investigator, and they may take up to a year to plan. High-quality surveys can be done for Class 3 devices as long as they have clearly stated research questions, objectives, and related endpoints, and an evaluation of potential sources of bias and study distortion. And they're designed with an appropriate rationale and statistical analysis plan, as well as a plan for analysis of the data and for drawing appropriate conclusions. Surveys can be generated faster than device registry searches, but again, it depends on the type of data that you're collecting and whether or not you're going for a physician survey versus a patient survey. There may be limitations in data collection there. Thank you for your attention. As you may know, QServe has a full-service CRO that is capable of designing high-quality surveys as well as helping you with your clinical investigations and device registry searches. If you need help, contact us for more information. Bye-bye.